It's your girl, Black Psychic Asia, and I'm back with another video. Today, we're going to be doing a higher self reading. Let's see what your higher self has to say. What is your higher self trying to get across to you so that you can continue to evolve in this thing called life? We're going to do this reading in my room today because my 3-year-old is downstairs with the TV blasting. But whatever keeps him out of my hair so that I can get this reading and get this message through to you, whatever works. Remember, as always, to take what resonates. I'm doing this video today. What is today? I think today's the 7th. I think is what today is. I think today's February the 7th. But whenever you happen to come across this video, just know that the message was meant for you to hear it whenever it is that you come across it. So, with that being said, spirit, universe, higher consciousness, please come through and let us know the message that you have for the collective. And as always, if you would like your own personal reading to see what your energy or your higher self or your ancestors have to say to you, feel free to click the link in my bio. I am running a special right now where you can get a reading for just $11. Those readings are recorded. I do the readings, I record the reading, and I email it to you. So that way you can always go back to it and refer to it. I actually find those to be more valuable. So that way when I need a refresher, like, what did that girl tell me? What did she say? I can go back and refer to it. So if you guys are interested in those, just click the link in my, it's in the description box of the video. All right. Let's get these shuffled really good. All right, universe, consciousness. Please give us a message for the collective. Give us a higher consciousness reading for the collective. What does the collective need to know right now? So that they can continue to evolve, prosper, and evolve. All right. Now that we are all shuffled, let's get into it. The first thing that came out was the Justice card. So this is giving me Libra energy. Balanced. Calling for a balance and a fairness in life. So let's pull another card to get a little bit more clarity on that. The 5 of Swords came out. 5 of Swords is all about watching your communication. There's a way in which you are communicating that isn't helping you. It's actually causing some relationships to falter. Some people are maybe walking away from you, not wanting to deal with you because of your form of communication. So the 5 of Swords is calling for you to kind of do some shadow work and work on yourself to see why you're communicating the way that you're communicating, and do some what's the word I'm looking for? Do some inner work to learn a better way, even if that calls for maybe doing some research, just being more intentional about the way that you communicate, so that way you can nurture relationships instead of tearing up your relationships, because there's some sort of way in which you're communicating that is not helping you. It's not working for your good. And that's probably why that Justice card came out, with being fair. So maybe you're someone who lacks accountability. And so this is calling for you, your higher self is calling for you to learn to be more accountable, be more balanced, be more self-aware. Let's see what else comes out. All right, and then the Magician card came out. The Magician card is all about it's kind of at the new state or new stage of life. And in this stage of life, um, it's up to you. What do you want to create at this point in your life? Do you need to, since the Five of Swords came out, communication. So creating a new version of yourself. It's time to create a new version. You could work on creating a new version of yourself. Maybe up until this point, your communication has sucked. Maybe you have been somebody who has been a jerk to other people. You've been really mean to other people. And now your higher self is saying you have the gift and the ability to create somebody new. Every day that you wake up is a new chance to start all over again. Now you're at this stage of life where you have the ability to start over and create somebody new. How do you want to show up in life? And start with your communication. You can transform into a brand new person. Yeah, you may not have been the greatest person, the fairest person, all of this time, but who cares about that person? You now have the ability to create somebody new. Who is it that you want to create? Who is it that you want to show up as? All right. And then the Page of Cups came out. And the Page of Cups is all about having new, fresh ideas, being childlike with your ideas. Not being childlike with your ideas, but being more like childlike in your thinking, in a sense. Go back to that, like, kids have this ability, they don't care about being judged, they're just always showing up as their authentic selves all the time. So as you're going about and you're learning to create somebody new, become more intentional. Become more intentional with your thoughts. Become more intentional with your words, instead of just as I like to say, instead of being on autopilot and being an NPC. Be more intentional. We all have gifts, talents, and abilities within inside of us. So you have to learn to break away from this matrix and learn how to detach from the things of this world and awaken the power of you. There's literally genetically embedded inside of you. There's something that's waiting to awaken and arise out of you. That's the key to your authentic self, and you be your authentic self. Everything else is just pre-programmed. Like, we were all pre-programmed to, like, basically, like, be followers, obey, worship, all of this stuff. But there's something inside of you where you're powerful. I'm just gonna say that. So it's time for you to, like, break away from all of these negative characteristics and traits, um and find that authentic version of yourself and start showing up as her. Then the Ten of Cups came out. So this is your higher self letting you know you're stopping you from living the life that you want to live because of the way that you're showing up. Stop showing up as an NPC. Break out of the matrix. Break out of the matrix and learn to find who you truly are. If you can do that, this Ten of Cups means happiness, joy, that happily ever after. That's what's waiting for you on the other side of you being able to break out of the matrix and stop being this, like, person who feels like they need to be rude and nasty to other people. You're unfair. You're not taking accountability. Like, it's time to progress past your past life and learn how to let that go so that you can embrace the things that you're supposed to embrace and get the things that you're supposed to get out of this life. And then the King of Cups came out. And the King of Cups is all about spirituality and intuition. It's about going deep inside of yourself, doing the shadow work, getting more acclimated with your spirituality. And I said spirituality, I did not say religion. Getting more acclimated with your spirituality. Spirituality is, what do you feel on the inside of you? What does your spirit tell you to do? Getting more acclimated with that. Doing your shadow work. Shedding the things that no longer serve you, connecting to the things that do, learning how to follow your intuition so that you can learn the things that you do like and versus the things that you don't like, and doing more of what you do like that Page of Cups came out when I was talking about being more kid like. Being more kid like, what is your inner child? What is she or he wanting out of you? Would start doing some things. Start doing more things that you like to do when you were a kid. Go to the store and go get you a 99-cent pack of crayons and a coloring book, and just break out your coloring book and color sometimes. Go get a jump rope. Go outside and jump rope. Like, find the things that are figure out what it is that you like and follow your intuition, and let your intuition be your GPS and your guide to your happiness. I'm so on it. Look what came out. The Six of Cups came out. The Six of Cups is all about nurturing your inner child. I told you. That's what this is all about. Okay. So I think I'm figuring it out based on this reading. So whoever you are, you can be really rude and nasty. You could be really mean. That's what's causing your relationship. Some people are like, they don't want to fuck with you right now because you're rude, you're nasty, you're judgmental. But it's simply because you need to take a time out. Your inner child is screaming for attention. That's the reason you're showing up and being that way. It's not even that you mean to be rude and nasty to people. It's like your feelings get hurt, and instead of using your bigger words and communicating that to people who hurt you, this inner child, it's the inner child who's getting her feelings hurt. And then the inner child is showing up, and she's maybe getting smart, cutting people off, hanging up, down, like being mean to other people, saying things that are causing you to like put others down and all of those sorts of things. But you need to take time out to nurture your inner child. Once you're able to do that, nurture your inner child, do your shadow work, follow your intuition and all of those things, you're going to start to feel so much happier in life. That's why that 10 of Cups came out about the happily ever after. That's going to begin to happen for you. You're hurting right now. You know that saying, hurt people hurt people? That's you. You are hurting people right now with your words. And it's simply because you're not rude and nasty. It's just you're hurt. You've never dealt with the pain and the hurt that you experienced as a child. And it's time for you, your higher self is saying it's time for you to take a time out, withdraw from everything, and do your inner work. Start doing things that make your inner child happy. If you didn't get the birthday parties that you wanted, or you didn't get the time with your parents that you wanted, just go out and do things that you wish you would have had the chance to do. Go to a pottery place. Go paint pottery. Go to a park and swing on a swing. Go do things like figure out things that you would have wanted growing up. What are those things that you would have wanted that would have made you happy had you had a mom who did that, a father who did that? Figure out what those things are and slowly just start doing some of those things yourself. And the more that you do that, the more that you start spending time with yourself, letting your intuition be your guide, spending time developing your spirituality, that's where you're going to find your true happiness at. See? The Wheel of Fortune came out. Once you do all of those things that I just said, there's going to be a shifting that's going to happen. So I don't know if you have been experiencing like some financial issues, but if you are experiencing some financial issues, there's some changes that are getting ready to shift once you are able to do those things. Things are shifting. This is why your higher self is calling for you to make these changes. Like, there's a lot, I don't know if you know, but there's a lot of energy going on right now in the cosmos. And as above, so below. So as that energy is going on up there, it is affecting us down here as well. And it's happening very, very swiftly. So there's a huge change, the Wheel of Fortune, there's a huge change that is happening in our atmosphere. Things are changing. People who are in power are getting ready, they're getting ready to lose that power. People who have been at the low, struggling, trying, can't figure out why they always have had it bad all of their lives, things are getting ready to change, and they are getting ready to be the ones on top. And the ones who have been on top are getting ready to be on the bottom. And that's what this card means. Things are getting ready to shift for you. So if you are someone who's felt like you always got the short end of the stick, you can't figure out why nothing good ever happens for you, you're tired of struggling, things are getting ready to shift and you're getting ready to be on top. Things are getting ready to go your way financially, whether it's a relationship, finances, in general. Things are just getting ready to start working out in your way. However, your higher consciousness is saying you need to do your inner work though before that happens. If you don't do your inner work, this is not going to happen. You're going to mess up your own destiny if you choose to allow your ego to stand in the way and you don't take that time out to seriously work on yourself. And you could just start doing that by like every day. Spend 10-15 minutes if that's all you have. If you have longer, that's great. But if you just have 10-15 minutes, journal. Break out a journal and start journaling. And you could do like I forget the word for it, but basically just write whatever comes to mind and write it out and just keep writing. Or take 10-15 minutes and just meditate. Meditate to see what comes out. Your higher self will literally speak to you and guide you. And just start doing those things. But you had the happily ever after card, you got the Wheel of Fortune. Things are trying to shift for you. They haven't been the greatest. You've been struggling, you've been stressed. But just know things are getting ready to turn for you. But they're only going to turn when you decide who it is that you want to be by listening to your higher self. Your higher self already knows. Your higher self has already seen it. It knows. But it's time for you to know. And you're going to have to work on your intuition, building your intuition, and working on healing your inner child. See? And then the Two of Wands came out. You don't have to be afraid. Be bold and be courageous and take the steps. Take the steps. See, I think whoever you are, I don't know if you had a traumatic childhood growing up, but in that trauma, like you had to build some things. You had to, in a sense, put up these mechanisms around yourself to protect yourself so that you will be okay, so that you could survive. But now you're an adult and you don't have to do that, but you're still doing it. So it's time to tell yourself, you have to let your inner child know that you are in control and that the things that she put in place to protect you, you don't need those anymore. So it's like, hey, I'm okay. We're safe. I got us. We don't need to do those things anymore. Start being consciously aware of the things that you do. Even if you react in a certain situation, try and go back after every situation and reflect. Okay, I shouldn't have did X, Y, and Z. How could I have handled that better? And the more that you do that, the more it'll become who you are. And you'll start to heal your inner child. And like I said, start doing things that your inner child would like to do. Start spending time with your inner child. Do activities that your inner child would have liked to do. She needs to be healed. She needs to be healed. She needs to know that she's safe. Once she knows that she's safe, she'll stop doing the things that are causing you to mess up your relationships. All right. So remember I talked about your happily ever after, the wheel of fortune, how things are changing for you. Then the Eight of Wands came out. They're changing fast. Things are getting ready to things are coming in for you very, very fast. So you don't have any time to waste. Like, you need to get on this like really, really soon. Like, you're gonna have to drop that ego really, really quick. But it's going to be so worth it. It's gonna be so worth it. Because it's time, like that magician card came out, it's time to transform and become a new version of you. So I think that whoever you are, you know the person that you want to become. I think that you get frustrated that things aren't like you see the version that you want to be, the version of you that you want to be. You know the life that you want to live. You get frustrated that it's not happening or happening for you soon enough. You get frustrated sometimes because you want to change and you keep making the same mistakes. It's okay. It's okay. We've all been there. It's a part of growth. But just keep doing the work. Don't give up. Don't give up on yourself, because your life is beautiful. Like, you have some beautiful stuff headed your way. Your life is getting ready to change quickly. But it's all up to you doing the inner work. It's going to be up to you. So it's like the universe is handing you two options. Option A is life can stay the same way it's been. Your finances the same, your relationships the same. Or option B is that you begin to do the work on you, allow things to change, and new energy is getting ready to come in. And it's coming in, it's gonna make you really happy, blissful. Your finances are going ready to change, your relationships are getting ready to change, a new career could be on the way. Whatever it is, there's a lot of good change that is on the way, but it's only going to come if you do the work. See, I'm tapped into your energy, whoever you are. Now the Five of Pentacles came out. And the Five of Pentacles is all about struggle, financial struggle. So I told you, whoever you are, I think that you're in a place of financial struggle, and your higher self is telling you all of that is getting ready to come to an end. It's you that is holding it up from ending. So it probably could have been resolved, but you're holding up your blessing. So in the spirit realm, your happily ever after, your financial situation, all of that is kind of like waiting to come to you, but it can't come to you because you're allowing yourself to stay stuck in past energy. Whatever happened in your childhood, it's time to heal that and let it go so that your blessings can flow. You're holding up your blessings because you're staying stuck in the past. So the Seven of Pentacles came out. And the Seven of Pentacles is all about looking at the work that you've done and you're admiring it. And it's like, wow, I did that. I didn't know that I could do that. I made all of this happen. This is that future energy. So once you begin to heal your inner child, you're fixing your communication so that you can have better relationships. You're doing all of the work, right? Remember, I said your blessings are going to come in swiftly. So once they come in, you're going to be in awe. You're going to be in awe of the work, all the things that you've done, and how the universe rewarded you for the things that you have done. And you're going to be standing back like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Like, I did that? Yes, you had it in you the whole time. It's time for you to know that you're that girl. And then the Six of Pentacles came out. And the Six of Pentacles is all about and this goes back to you being like mean, rude, nasty, mean to people, and all of this stuff. So once you begin to like do your shadow work, begin to heal your inner child, and all of those things, and you're doing the work on you, and you're trying to be a better, and you start to become a better communicator. You're having trying to attempt to have better relationships with people, and all of those things. Remember, I said that you're going to look at all of the work that you put in, and you're going to see you're going to see the rewards from all the work that you put in to whatever it is that you do. But when that begins to happen, make sure that you're giving back. Make sure that you're reaching back and giving back and blessing others. So whether it's blessing someone financially or blessing someone um, with the wisdom, because what'll happen is, so as I'm giving you this reading, I've been in this place too. I've been in that place where I was rude and nasty because I was letting my pain and my hurt from my childhood show up in my adult relationships. And now, like, I'm giving back by helping other people. And that's what the universe is saying to you in this reading, or your higher self, that once you get to the point where you've seen the fruits of your labor, you kind of learned your lesson. Now, don't forget to reach out and help somebody else. Basically, pay it forward. And then the Four of Wands came out. The Four of Wands is all about a celebration. And I think this celebration is going to be, it could be within a relationship, but more so, I think that I think it's going to be you celebrating how far that you've come. I think that this is, so now when I started this reading, I was in your current energy. Now I'm in your future energy, your future self. So your future self, remember I told you got the wheel is changing. You're getting ready to go from having financial struggles and issues to being on top. Your happily ever after is coming. It's coming in quick. You'll be looking at your fruits of your labor and celebrating how far you've come. It's going to be a celebratory moment when you're able to look back and say, damn, I've came a long way. Dang, I used to be that person, and now look who I am. Like, I can't believe how far I've come. And it don't take years to do it. It don't take years to do it. You'd be surprised the person that you could transform into in a year. Give yourself a year. See, and then this Ten of Pentacles came out. Ten of Pentacles is all about basically the struggle being over. It's about the struggle being over. See what else we got. Then we got the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is all about, oh my gosh, this is so good. Whoever you are, this is so good. Whew. I feel it in my chest. I'm getting excited and happy for you. So this Three of Cups is all about a celebration. It's not a celebration, but it's about basically like community. So I got excited because the place that you're in right now is not where you're going to stay. So where you have like your communication might have caused you to lose some friends and things like that because of how you talk to people and things like that. Future you gonna be so supportive. You're gonna be so supportive. You're gonna be the girl who, when your friends win, you are genuinely happy for your friends. And when your friends are down, you're down too. You're trying to motivate them. You're trying to see what can be done in order for them to get out of that situation. Remember I said with this card, with the Four of Wands, how it was all about a celebration. I think it's going to be you celebrating how far you've come. And that's what I mean. To be able to go from this person who couldn't communicate, who had her inner child showing up, shattering her relationships, to now becoming the girl who is so supportive of her friends and is a giver and helping others. You're going to be so proud of yourself. You might, whoever you are, you might not be there right now. But I hope that this reading really motivates and encourages you, because your future is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Like, I'm so proud of you. Like I said, you might not be there yet, but I'm so proud of you. You have it in you. You have this in you. The person that you are right now, don't get down on yourself about who you are. You can't help the trauma that you went through growing up. And yet, unfortunately, some of us come from fucked up backgrounds. Our childhoods weren't the greatest. But if you do the work, your life is going to be so beautiful. But it's all up to you. Life is all about duality. Life is all about choices. Your destiny is a choice. Like, I feel like our destiny, like, we have certain points and periods in our life where it's like, this is what we're supposed to get, this is what we're supposed to do. But if you make one wrong move, one wrong decision, it changes the trajectory of everything. So take this as the universe working through me to give to you. Sit down and work on yourself. Do your shadow work. This is what you have forward to look. This is what you have for. You can look forward to. You don't got to feel trapped. So the Eight of Swords came out, and this Eight of Swords is all about you feeling trapped, feeling backed into a corner. That might be how you feel right now, but just know that you're not trapped. Um, know that who you are, you're simply that person because you're hurt. You haven't healed those childhood wounds. And it's time for you to heal those childhood wounds. But there's something far greater to look forward to. You just got to do the work. But happiness does exist for you. It's on the other side of all of that pain. So it's up to you. Do you want to sit in the pain? What has that gotten you so far? Take out a sheet of paper and write down all the things this pain has gotten you so far in life. Now, on the other side of that sheet of paper, what do you have to look forward to? There's a happily ever after. Things are changing for you. You will heal your inner child if you do the work. The good is coming in really, really fast. Your blessings are coming in really, really fast. You'll be celebrating. Your struggles are getting ready to be over. So you have far more to look forward to than rather than sit in that pain. See? The Page of Wands came out. What are you looking forward to? What do you want to create? Do it. What do you want to create? What success do you want to have in what area? Do you have a business that you want to start? Do you have a new career that you want to get into or that you're trying to break into? You have so much good headed your way. But you have to do the inner work. It just came to me. You're blocking your blessing. You are blocking your blessing. So this reading was all about you blocking your blessing right now. That's what your higher consciousness is trying to say to you right now. Get out of your own way so that your blessings can flow through. They can't get to you right now. Your blessings can't get to you. Your vibration is too low. You have to let this stuff go. Work on healing this stuff. So that way you can have higher vibrations. See, all of this stuff, all of this good stuff, your money changing, your money being better, your struggle being over, and all those sorts of things, those are higher vibrational things. But you got to let all this pain go because the pain is on a low vibration. You can't bring in something of a higher vibration if you're vibrating here. It doesn't work like that. You got to be on the same vibration and energy wave of those things that in which you want to bring in order to bring them in and draw them to you. Okay. So the Seven of Swords came out, and the Seven of Swords is all about putting yourself first. So, yeah, it's time to put yourself first. Put yourself first and do the work, do the inner work, so that you can have all of these things in which the universe is trying to get to you. That's what your higher consciousness is trying to tell you. Ooh, baby, the Nine of Cups came out. That Nine of Cups is all about you did what you needed to do. You did what you needed to do, and now you sitting like, yeah, I did that. I manifested this life. I did that. I did that. The big one, not the little one. I did that. So, yeah, girl, you don't got time to waste. If you listen to this reading and you go on and keep living your life the way that you've been living your life, don't pick up the phone and call nobody talking about you tired of struggling when you're not doing the work. So I want you to think about that. When you're going through things in life, if there's a struggle and you find yourself getting frustrated with the struggles and the things that you're going through, I want you to think to yourself, and I want you to think and remember, I need to do the inner work. And once you start doing the inner work and the struggles are happening or still continuing, I want you to start looking at those and reminding yourself, these are only a test. How do I want to show up and react? Because the universe will continue to test you over and over and over again until you pass the test. And once you start passing the test, you're always going to have tests in life because that's how we grow. But there'll be different things. But girl, all I can say is start working on you. I keep saying girl, but it could be a guy too. Work on yourself. You do that, baby, everything in your life is getting ready to change. Whether it's your money, relationships, whatever the case may be, everything's getting ready to change. And when it changes, you are going to be so damn proud of yourself. It's going to be a celebratory moment. And you're going to be a little smug about it. But not smug in the sense that you're cocky, but just like, damn, I did that. I did that. I manifested that. Yes. I'm so proud of you. All right, I'm gonna do one more card. Even though like I could end it like this. I see what has happened, what is transpiring. This is where you are. This is your higher self is saying that it recognizes this is where you are, and that that's why you're mean. You have some relationships that aren't working out because of where you are, but you need to take the time out, heal your inner child, get more in tune with your spirituality. Once you start doing that, your blessings are going to flow in really fast for you. You're going to be in awe of what it is that you were able to create and bring in for yourself. Make sure that you're giving back to other people once that does happen. And it's going to be a celebratory moment. You're going to be this support. You're going to transform into this supportive girl who supports others. You're not about to be feeling trapped for too much longer. Do the self-care. Start caring more about showing up and caring more about yourself. And baby, you're going to be sitting like it's going to be like you a queen on the throne or a king on the throne. You're going to be real smug about the things that you were able to manifest. See? Ah! Then the Ace of Swords came out. And this is all about the universe telling you that there's a breakthrough coming through for you. You're receiving the blessing of a breakthrough. You're receiving the blessing of more clarity so that you can figure out what it is, which direction that you need to go in. Heck, I think this reading in itself was all about clarity for you. I think that whoever you are, once you listen to this video, I think that it's going to give you the clarity that you've been needing and help you to know get a little bit further along in life as to which direction that you want to go in or need to go in. This was a good reading. This was so good. Whoever you are, do the work. Your life is getting ready to you have so much good that is literally ready to come in. If you looked up to the clouds, if you could see behind the clouds, I'm just giving you a visual. It's like all of these blessings that are literally over your head. And it's just waiting for the day that you do the inner work and you heal and you're much nicer to people, you're more helpful to people because we're all interconnected and everybody's hurting, everybody's going through some stuff, but we can all help each other too. And if you do the work on you and you're more clear minded, then you can figure out what your gifts, talents, and abilities are, and then you can go and you can help that next person who's in need of whatever it is that you have. But you can't help anybody until you learn to help yourself, and that's what your higher self wants you to know. It is time for you to heal and help yourself, so that you can then help others, and do that, and the universe is going to help you.